Also, and then lucky special report about the PM fire service and also do that catchy to sing artists. I have a better chin come wash or do that a jumano. A better come wash or do the Juman, you be seen at the Macassan Comedy and I city. You be seen at the Asher or do the Jumano. Edume Sua, Omudi, and I'll bring Pocrano, and I said. Omoye den wo fro omo mutimi eje wo so and then 10 ben te se be din koma fa odunje adwuma na nkasa ye ba be do mo suko na afei esua de ya kire ya de wo ba ba be si wo dan wo be si wo store na say ko edwum an edwa ya na yesi e kwan ben so na ye ba yi odunja eso so part omo play no ene ye be twetwe ehun komo na ene so no ya share enti anapa ye ne DO2 eye DO2 muscle kwame avadu DO2 Muscle Kwame Avadu, our fire commander, municipal fire commander, Emma Ewutusenya East constituency, and I ye ba better chim komo. After we dunja ejuma no. Commander, good morning.
Yeah.
You sound so more about Lucky TV so.
That's
okay. And I pay the so I busy, but I say it me a how kakra. Commander, yen share or dunja ejuma no. Ejuma biano. Upi edwuma bia won say ya na boy say core values vision and mission ye hye odunte edwuma no botaye mani so ade hunu anything
yo me da say me di chia be my TF4 ni ahwefo so ni na anope makase nkoma ye be di me je de say abebua ama yen ede adichire ama manfo se na ye dwuma na tie dodo na antie ye dwuma na ase obisa question to say core mandate and our values mremuno obemeka say core mandate of Ghana National Fire Service is to manage undesired fires.
Okay.
Undesired fires, prevent it so that as well as save lives. Yes, because a core mandate and manage undesired fires as well as prevention and saving lives. Yes.
So they are aqua brofo. You're breaking it down, kakra. You can say undesired fires, prevention, and you break your famra, your cheek as anymore.
Oh, yeah, okay, say undesired fires, and now quite to say, Oja, a bit me say idea. Ye Oja will feel the idea. But you bet me as say yempe undesired bibi a yempe I bet me dey atwenche aba nipa nkwa bet me akom nti eno na ye hwe se ensi now ko na ye prevent and ye protect life se ba ni se esia ye be hwe se adise ni ese no enkododo ana nipa nkwa enkam so that you betimi limit distraction no ade say no say bia a dine 2-bedroom bi na oja to mu ana market na oja to mu 1,000 shops na owa at least anhwe kura bia etimi ahwe say se ba ko na be chi wo mu anaka bia 900 na enso yeso ye ni age say at least atimi abo nepa nyama ho ban ana nipa nkwa nso ankam. Yes.
Eti ye hwe odum de adwuma no se ye de tutu ana se wa wo de weni etutu a wo hwe a afi bia mu ye ba municipal ansa na yapo afi bia mu no ana se in fact we dey breaking it down ma quarterly. Eti every quarter no e dia dodo sen e na municipal ha no say etimi to ha no mamo etimi attend ana se makoso ano.
Okay. By experience no we are Kasoa, let's say where we find ourselves, our central region. We are in terms of densely populated area, central region Kasoa is quite heavy. And you know, wherever we say you were quite a huge populated area, then the possibility of having a lot of emergencies are high. Our numbers, so we are quarterly Kasoa when it comes to fires. Yes, let's be like undesired fires specifically. Let's relate it to fires. And a quarter, ye nyakura no averagely we should be heading around 30s to 40s.
Wow.
Yes.
Every quarter.
Yes.
Between say 1 month to 3, 4 months.
Yes, within 1 to 3, 4 months, we should be hitting around 30s now.
Okay.
Yes.
It's young sa age no. So the 30 to 40s.
Yes.
Yeah, then they are main and as a major courses. No.
Kasoa most of the fires are domestic incline.
Okay.
Domestic incline. Because domestic incline and nature say bia if you mu and if you so no near deba is between two things. Either say electricity and gas. Okay. Electricity and gas. Okay. Say bia obi ni aduane na bia waje si ho na oma na ni nkon na bia afa na ahyefie no ana say bia nkola bia yeje kitchen to na bia akola no pese okoye bibi wo kitchen hono mu na nkese openi ehwe no na bia na gas aso bibi mu na bia omoje si ho ba ni electricity one fan so obi use electrical gadgets na bia waje si ho ana multiple gadgets at the same time na waje si ho waso we na waje si ho and sometimes to illegal connections. Yes, illegal connections na ohwa illegal connection ohwa e obi pay the wiring system na woni fie no and say the air condition boho but onwa without ECG4 kaya na obi onwa the air condition akobo she kona bi mu then maybe or the pressure too low the no so and don't say only way bet me the ignition abana also diabeto fie on nti tse na America no ohwa by nature no fane say edem hanom de bia higher na ye FAP nti ohwa naturally no it will become part and parcel of us. Say this is the exit way window bet me awa but if anything should happen the first instincts what dream be say for high P.
So one akoye regular.
Yes, akoye regular. So the mind has captured it. But or here I find say the pattern wa ha. Yin na for high P. Out of the 10, if I wouldn't be wrong, it's a BBC 2. And a bit me want say a bit me for high P.
Okay.
It is not wrong. Yes. But anybody with safety mind who is conscious safety wise, immediately who grab baby I emphasize a crowd war and now any new environment be the best thing is to do is that you make observation of the setup. You look for emergency exits. And yes, I could be so but you observe one can say I observe say hi say BBC okay me fahana me buy BBC we were blocking me kwan let me have a high P. That is how you have to be conscious safety wise. When say we are bank them offer hana P. But you should be able to study the environment. Okay, there's a fire extinguisher position here. This is the alarm system. Simple things that you can easily observe. Okay, window I have met my for help you in case BBC. Then it is in your mind. Until when it happens like that, that's a BBC. The mind is already prepared. Right. Say, let me move this. You are not caught up in a stampede. Say, yeng na do na ye fa. Ubon say na yakushia gate na no gidi we be pian we ubon say there is a window yanka ye beti ma fa AP na won't have a crash. Into near to make a film so if you jana eba na bibi na office be kun wa na be pra wa ha no into to make up and no empra wo but you will go and hurt yourself right at the gate because all of you could not pass there. There are other exits that you could have used.
And see, funny say, me will fear one answer, and I get them a call. baby na who say eja ahyase wo baby na eja to ho a first a year may then what are the mechanism the first action to be taken?
Thank you very much. Dudu na oje bia be hyase a hyase kitwe bi. That is why we caution people that always have an extinguisher and all those things. Extinguishers are portable devices that are supposed to be used to maybe put off fire or extinguish fire at its initial point.
Okay.
Into do now already be able to say fire extinguishers. No, baby, the fire extinguishers they are close to exits. They are close to exits. Say, utam na u uzwa. Na se we into me a wechi echere dawn. Into eno ani so dan wechi a wepi. Ye mfa nhye baby a ebe lock you. Okofa onni baby a obetimi afa. Into do na u dum ja wechi be chere door ana exit no. So that we na say untumi a eno ani say wepi. Okay. Yes, ojato baby a first thing is you look out for safety place. Fanny say if it's an enclosed place, what is a baby? When by you, what is a baby? She. Yes. Baby she. The best thing is that what to me a fit environment now check around. When now you are still hearing the smell of something burning, suspicious of something burning. You check, you don't see. Put off your meter. Okay. You can't say put off your meter. Why we say meter? We bet me away do meter because that has to do with electricity. But we know the way current works, electrical current works, the speed at which it moves, serve as catalyst when it comes into contact with fire. So you put off those things so that in case there is no any external current from outside that will complicate the issue.
Okay.
Yes. And now watch a key, say kitchen, and watch a key, maybe I will go to tea smell, or put you current. Watch a key kitchen, baby our gas war. These are two main things that easily within a split of second can take a minor fire into a major fire. Into watch a key kitchen, maybe a gas is leaky, and there's a cylinder that you are not confirm it is not leaking. Watch a key electricity, what do? Now, whatever is burning will not be as quick as when these two things are involved. Okay. Then now you go doing your search to look out for what exactly is burning. It's burning. Yes. Okay. Then you can tackle it without compromising the environment. Because electricity is on, gas is on. When it gets access to it, your extinguisher cannot work. Your extinguisher can no more work. You will even be scared. You are likely to run away. But when you put all these things away, then you are assured that, electric wire behind the kikiu and abibisa. Especially another thing is if you know that there is no any illegal connection anywhere. So when you off your system, you know that there's no current in the circuit. Okay. Then you are safe to touch whatever you want to touch, open wherever you want to open, and check and confirm. Okay. We are sad and now we say then you can restore your things back.
If you no say Sebia, just to a few months my head. But we also now checks. I check the cylinder, I check what do meters and one my who says and only basic yes. Most of you are to the fear. First to the banner and my momentum cylinder name free home. Is that advisable?
Thank you. Not advisable in a sense. Unye baby o jeni fiba. Na wo tam cylinder na wo tu maker. Ebia baby a wo fe na. Ade na efi ho eba. Then that means you are running into the danger. So first and foremost, your safety is paramount. If you are assured of your safety, you do your checks, you put off those things. Now you can confirm that if you have never intimidate cylinder for her, I'm passing the right way. Okay. Yes. Okay. Cylinder and preoccupy a cylinder will not explode. It needs a certain temperature, getting to a very high temperature, a certain level of temperature before a cylinder will explode. then you confirm whether there is any leakage. But leakage you could make regularly at least within a reasonable interval we use cylinder with fear, you should be able to check.
Okay.
At least once in a month, what if I say 1 year once in a month, you check your tubes, your cylinder, whether there is leakage. AC wire, liquid soapy water. And yes, a wool soldier, but even just the cylinder is on soapy water on the tube. You pass it on the tube. Okay. If there are leakages, you see bubbles coming out. Sometimes you not found. Ube check it. So baby a leak here, and one say what disconnected. So we change the hose entirely. You change it entirely. So you be trying to inside the adjoining, so I change it at the adjoining. Okay. But do you want to cylinder there? It should be outside. But we if you all in chamber na single room self-contained. Who do cylinder go to hina diano? Will be far. But at least from your burner to your cylinder, there should be some distance, and your cry some 2 meters away from each other. There should be something blocking cylinder that if you are in China move from the end there, your burner is here. But benza the listing, it can get access to it.
The electricity. Na ye ka wo ka about capacity. Yes. It's yen should be if you go PFA bi mu a e be a 2-bedroom house ni pa be 10, pa be 12, and maybe it can be less. It's yen share electrical gadgets no be capacity do was saying anything take care at the time and go find how emba.
Okay, Ghana your system now 240 volts. I think so. Okay. That is what we used. Yes. Now you can't be able to say overloading of socket, overloading. Do not doing say me wa extension board. Na ma plucking ya ma be say to connect that one here 5. Ma plucking in that means I've overloaded the socket. No. Each socket comes with its capacity depending on the cable that has been used to do it. Okay. Because we use 2mm cable and somebody is using 4mm, 5, 6 that way, then that means the capacity varies. Into auto gadget bia ube say the capacity also on each gadget, but we don't take notice of that. And when I say buy a plucky, we are not interested in TV. We do a plucky. Okay. But the best thing is that we know the consumption. Say a fridge, we know that this is the capacity. Then every extension board has its own capacity as well, based on the cable now here. And it's a fun say we everybody say 20 volts. Gadgets, we say gadget back we it consumes 20 volts at a time. Now say be a socket now wo dey plug socket maybe a socket near 15 volts. It has multiple holes, all right. But you are using a 20 volts on a 15 volt socket. Okay. Just using one gadget, you have overloaded that socket.
Okay. It's
yes, we have that misconception. And yet, do now with this but consumption no nature.
Just the number of volts of the appliance.
Yes, of the appliance. And nature. Another typical example it means you fear say iron in particular. We say if you plug an iron, we say you are using iron no socket and none carry away no so. It means it tells you that there's a problem. Either say socket extension board now using and a socket now using is not able to supply enough because I know they are upper 20 volts to work, 240 to work. And yet the power of so it will force it to bring it. Then excessive heat will be generated in that wire nerve, because on to me capacity no sunsen until we force it on also man, then heat will be generated until we go away nanani. So you take notice of that. No one said no. What is there? Capacity now the ban as sunsen. Another typical example is say apart from low overloading of sockets, there is something we don't realize. You can overload the entire circuit. If you need na, funny say, we see die. Do do na Ghana because of the system and you know. Few people are almost make us say me see that my maybe be I said I'm mako. Do na ye see that say 2-bedroom. Oh, and your cry be maybe kitchen, maybe 1-bedroom, you move your home, then na ye twice. Into wiring system no. You the temporary. The socket backward to them, we the backward to kitchen. Oh, that time now, Ababasha baby, the theatre. And you know, Gusu, as war, now we see the other bedroom. So maybe entire house plan, let's say, be a 5-bedroom. That may be a wire, down back home and a kitchen. Now we move our home so that you are doing it small. Fine. The norm should have been that work completed the Biana checks. But the means is not there.
Okay.
Yes, also want to mean because when rents when you could have used that money to do something, so you have to move. Maybe a socket back. That time a bulb back. And Yami, Yami so shy, and Yampa one. Now, fear now, Yamia Shroud now, if you walk with him, get your swap with him, which may be a dino. Now, Cecilia will be 5 bedrooms. So you continue with the wiring. But that time you have forgotten that probably you use 2mm cable for a simple socket there. You will not go back and say you are rewiring. You are continuing.
Exactly.
At that time, so Adam, you can afford a double-decker fridge, a microwave, what, and all those things in the kitchen. So now you have all the complicated gadgets in your kitchen with the same wiring system that you did. Because at the initial stage, you didn't see the need for even a blender. Now, but say, you see, as it's not every fear, what must something like that. Now, you are going to use all these gadgets on the same sockets.
On a 2mm wire.
Yes, wire. Microwave in the same way. Double-decker fridge with the assist. At that initial point, a mouth immediate response say it will work.
Okay.
But with time, it will become weak because it's loaded, it has been overloaded, it's producing current beyond its capacity. So it's getting weak. Until bones and insulators now become weak every now and then as you are using it. Eventually, you may not be there one day because maybe it is a fridge. You leave it on 24/7. It's working. Until the when you say perfect, maybe Adam, it has become weak. So one day you are out, the insulators will now melt, and the cables will merge. Negative forces are back together. Then ignition starts. Yes, we will just start a fridge in the socket. Now.
Wow. See, giving out, I don't know, say fire service more licenses and how to operate here, industrial and commercial sectors. Yeah. And I be a homes, no. Because homes, no, it's be a scene there, no more force, tax force, and answer more phobia, or more check it. Acquire checks and say, okay, wiring everything is on point. I feel if you know, put me a movie in, and are there any special personnel I'm assigned to do that?
Every fire station has a safety department.
Okay.
The safety department is their responsibility. So, the airline 1724 and that deals with fire precaution regulations. In terms of premises, whether it is domestic or industrial, commercial, and all those things, it is their responsibility to do those things. They do every now and then. Now, here I'm running to say, we see that area in Ukraine. The fire service will need to have to come and check, confirm even before. Then you are cleared what you have or occupancy certificate before you can have access to the building and use it. But it doesn't happen. Okay. It doesn't happen because people don't go by it. This is an American. Even before you baby die,
have you had any instance? Ubi and Bambek actually say, How often?
Yes. Oh, most often, no. It has to do with commercial places, not domestic places. Most often, the commercial places, before they set up, in the course, before they even do the building, they will go for the permit, and in the course of processing of doing it, they will tell you they are about to start work. You come do assessment, everything. You check their wiring system, their sockets, their safety gadgets. Now you check. Then after that, there'll be a report. They'll go through the process. Workers or more, you take them through training and everything. Then a fire certificate will be issued to them.
Okay.
Yes. So most often the commercial places we tend to do it. They are readily always they go by those things. Some few are difficult, some don't come. Then our safety team, it is within our mandate, say we have to go to them. So some we have to chase them, check. Some will start working before we get to them. And then we do the one also because the certificate is supposed to be renewed yearly. Yearly, we are supposed to go check your extinguisher, do training, renew the certificate. All those things are means of revenue for the government. Okay. Yes, and the law mandates that you should do it. 1 year, your factory or your workplace can be closed down. Okay. Yes, it can be closed down. Okay. Yes.
It's yeah, factory. We've had and most of the times, most say. Eja to company we eja to factory we eja yes in industries and as companies no before say like more checks no how regular do you do checks there say na ya hono mkuta ho unity but alcohol no kwaya check because being it's a company and as industrial especially with the industrial areas no like how regular do you do your checks?
Thank you. Normally ours has to do with safety measures.
Okay.
And then we have factory inspectors. That is a different entity. It has nothing to do with fire service. They are more of checking the operational activities of the reverse fire. Ours have to do with the safety measures within a factory or a company. Yes. As regular, as often as we can do it, we are supposed to be doing it. Okay. But 1 year, at least every year, you are supposed to do it. Every year you are supposed to train your workers, retrain them, because most of here these factories are actually every year there are new employees and all those things. Until you have to re-update them on the safety measures. And sometimes too there are expansions. Factory does that here. I think maybe there is an expansion. Almost a build and I extend based on probably business that they are doing. And they are supposed to come with update with us. Fire safety and prevention is a shared responsibility. Okay. Because we can't be everywhere at any given time. Sure. The resources are limited. And we have to get to everybody. So as it's a shared responsibility, because if you want to wait till we get to you, probably it may be too late. So, as an individual or a good citizen, it is within your responsibility also to prompt us, to also come to us. Whilst we are making the effort to get to you. Probably getting to you, it may take time because the people are many. So, as yours is ready, you are also supposed to call to us and as quickly as possible. And to the best of my knowledge, as we are here, or I can testify with every fire station, I don't think that there is any individual who can say that fire service we requested for this, that this, and there is delay or we didn't come. Okay. No, that one there. It makes even our work easy. Okay.
But do you charge?
In terms of fire, if we are doing
trainings and then
yes, it comes with a charge. There are standard fees that comes. So normally the beginning of the year, or it can be either a year or 2 years, Parliament will give has standard fees that it gives you fees and charges. Then it trickles from the chief officer down to the regional commander to us that these are the standard fees for this year. So something is not permanent. Based on if the government changes its fees and charges, it comes down. Then we work with it.
Okay. It's share industries, share domestic, share market areas.
Yes.
Share markets.
Yes.
That's how we got markets. No, it's share markets. Share safety at the marketplaces because as a share a year every year from the beginning of the year till say the second quarter there are a lot of this market because we observe that from beginning of the years every year it does happen. See, market safety, fire service. Mo role ni say mo then na mo share here on market or mo role at the marketplaces.
Market safety. Very, very, very important. Meka say the recent fire a CEO Kumasi. I think before then even market issues has been one of our major issues on our table, especially any fire station that has a market within its jurisdiction of operation. The market should be of importance to you. Yes. And I'll share because why do we say so? If there is an emergency at the market when it comes to fire, the number of lives that it affects sometimes is beyond imagination. Yes. Obi ni market on market on, but obviously it will affect you because your auntie, your mom, your sister may be working there. So if thank you, Okoto. So if something happens there, it will affect you. Yes. And to know, it is an important area that we tackle. And I'll share Kumasi, the major fire that happened at Kumasi, made the president to give a directive that, and the chief officer also gave a directive that I think that was last year, and since then we've continued it that we have a market safety department. Yes, initially we were having safety department in charge, but now we have a department like market safety for the market. So headed by a senior officer who is responsible for that. Yes, so there are personnel whose responsibility every now and then they should move to the market, patrol the market, educate people whilst activities are going on. Yes. Over here, Kasoa, I think we have one of the biggest markets in the country, and in terms of population, the size, so it is of very importance to us. Like I said, let me take you over. I've experienced one major market fire, I think last year or last 2 years, which we were able to contain. And since then, we don't want that thing happening because with the way when it happened, the people that are affected, it's unimaginable. And our eye is always there. Morning to the close of market, personnel are always there. We have enough personnel who are always there. They run shifts, they go wise, especially during market hours, monitoring whatever is going on, educating them and all those things. Now, all across both markets, the old and the new market. Maybe will draw your attention and all those things. We tend to have challenges on the ground because especially when we are talking to them, we are educating them, we are women for we see some of them are difficult. Some of them are really difficult, especially if the new market well planned, there's enough space for vehicles to move at any given time. Even market days, you can move in the new market freely. But the old market, there's a big challenge there. Yes, in terms of where to pass. If there's an emergency right now, where to position our car to get to the main source, it will be a challenge. We've been talking to them every now and then. We've made assembled to our way. But the people themselves, sometimes they are difficult. But so we are trying our best, and I think Kasoa, since last year to this year, our markets have been safe. We are on top of issues. Yes. It's
fire service. Remember, but also marketplaces, and we have a money be a new any it's almost any regulations are govern on special regulations because we use journey and yama it's almost no special area.
Okay, thank you. ne yie mu de anka market de enye bebi esese ye soja enu aduane na ebia obi oton ade but ohwe so a obi aba market obetina ofite bia nwachia kopia nu obedidi there are a man for so market one mo de ne se nyeso aduane no mo ton mo nu aduane ton but ohwe a mo nu aduane ton by experience oja na esisi enye omo a aduane ton ayo mo adwuma se omo nu aduane ton specifically and they cause the problem.
Oh, okay.
Omo te eni aduane no fa ne se ne pay ono onu aduane nton ebia provisions no ton anyway but our cylinder kitu ebi hye ne store mo de ye ne aduane.
Okay.
Wow. Those are the challenges. Those are the people we tend to have challenges with because omo aduane nia ye omo adwuma they are very cautious. They are there. They are there 24/7. And watching no money aduane and all those things. But obi a omo waba me gas she ne baby ebia the place baby oti hodmo wahihye ne nyama in such a way say ekwan kura ni wa esa nke say ye nu aduane wa but odi taye odi aduane esiso ebia obi so to ade e na afi no hwe nipa no ontumi nka so ko hwe ni aduane ansa na wahwe nipa no so the attention is gone. So he's doing two things at the same time or multiple things. Nipa dudu na agina no so the aduane esiso obi eni ho na me kwa na makwa me kopeti me wesi we say oje esiso nti wo behwe na adane problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Aduane na bu afaso and all those things I come into contact with some flammable material na oje ato ana ebia ko pot no use when we aduane na ewie ono ade oye odete because we share regulations say one market no mo kire say security men no mo one market kire say they shouldn't cook in the market but for the cook pot ashase table bi ase no o heating e bibi we oja no ono apon a opentem okofie enti no oja na no an say we hwe aduane gu ana we je gu cook pot no mo ndum no na okọ na mframa abo a apiki oja kitwe akoto baby ebia start won ho ana akoto obi die mu na owo fie no beti say yes oja to a
but I didn't know ya na eja no ebeto market na eta to no anajo no be everywhere.
Thank you. Anajo no obi eni ho a na ni be ko ho nti fa na say wasoko pot e de enu aduane wojesi wa onum na ana say bia oton ade awie no waprapra nwura na nka say odi kogu ball container no mu no wasoja asiso with the mindset ne say oh ebeshi na da ho nti obi eni ho mframa so bo fine enti wejesi ho na mframa atam no e de akoto bibi so there is nobody into no ube hu say oja to market no na no ayede because e bia ahyiache bi eni wa ne be kon ntam daytime ayeye adwuma yi de dudu na when there are emergencies at the market ube hu say bia electricity power bi meter bi na atrigger ana bibisa eno within a second you drew ho unti say ahye bibi because nipa wo ho enti no ntemtem na ye beso an pa obi e kofi ena nipa bonifo so wo ho market ne bi no ti say han say any gate enti ade asa kura obi a ni namu obi a tumi fa ho and all those things obekwa kodu na ngrofo eti ho na omo ye omo ade omo ye omo ade say secret o say we o junkies ego honey some be enti ono wa nu mai waje ne peace pato atini onti aso ondum no
so omo so ka ho na eja no
thank you enti no ono so jet wo ba bi ebe no so tri adwumfin so wo mo temu bi a ono wo be wa bopo say yes opese o create confusion enti no obeshada o ma akoso jano but if we have good security there everything e do numere aya po market there ya lucky obi anko security men air patrol air hwe bibia yes ye nyanka ye betumi aye night patrols so our market no fan say baby to say Kasoa. Yes, challenge I want to say. I try my somebody are working on it. We are bumped by any market authorities. We bumped by say at the right time they will be able to give us. We want
challenges
maybe an office.
Challenges, but yeah, share not all can't be said. If you want major top baby, and if marketplace, you know, send a back can't be round on my couldn't done it. Yeah, share a year fast service, Monday time country planning.
Yes.
More any collabo. How do you collaborate?
Make I say, technical committee na was somebody ma permit in terms of planning and if you be issue permit say oh ampani oh yeah and amra kwan so emfa how be a man. We are on that committee. Town and country planning that committee, engineering department that committee. All the necessary stakeholders that has to do with planning a committee are on that committee. But any time we do.
Okay.
Yes. But the drawings were fair, but yeah, check it, the moody, the flag, correct. With your necessary OTR was started building. Regularly, you be inspection as the building is going. You be inspection, BBR. Ube you any kakra will say, near what people are
okay.
And now, we have old market, you see. It's a well plan, no quite stores, oh. Adibetching obi abodua aba owura market mo bo nse stores ni dey na ho anka ye yi kwan na to but omo aboshe I extend aba nti on person obe hihye ni nyama no wo stores no obi aba hihye wo kwan and ya bodua ebi so ya ye no permanent nti wa ponkra ade ni si ho funtumi movie and am wa pack your nyama na ahye omo tumi ye container bi da de container bi see nti wa pack ni nyama na hye funtumi maso. It's quite infant. So can instead of the can be bang at the end of that because the closer you are to the emergency point, and no, it help you say you can easily have access. You don't lose water. You have enough pressure.
Okay.
Because machine in such a way say hose you can say. I said me dey hose back because hose is maybe 20 feet, 25 feet. That's if I said me dey 5 and a boom answer me do one man. 5 now the boom is reducing pressure.
Okay.
And definitely leakage kakra hoses no na nsuo no so will lose water. But so to me instead of 5 you are able to use 2. It means that the pressure is tight. You have enough pressure. The loss of water in terms of the joints, it reduces. Well, now you will be able to work effectively.
Okay. It's share a more tanker, and I'm kind of saying a tanker and
fire tender.
Yes. Share in so capacity. It was saying in the home and more pipes, Never say be maybe the sub so say saying that maybe to me pipes into the water tender in so do saying and it's me cool.
Okay. I will specifically speak to Kasoa.
Okay.
Yes. 10 day capacity 500 gallons.
500 gallons.
500 gallons.
Okay.
Yes. So and I will share Kasoa jurisdiction in terms of jurisdiction, not Kasoa. When it comes to fire jurisdiction, it's different from normal municipality. As I speak to you right now, you call all the way to Bojuasi. Bojuasi does not fall under. It's not Kasoa municipal. Now you call Gumwa East, some portion of Gumwa East. Then we go Gan East.
Okay.
As well.
And
I'm from higher Gan East.
Gan East.
Yes.
Museve Gan East, Gumwa.
Yes.
East and then able to say now is it East West.
Yes.
And then we will say now East.
Yes. So the jurisdiction is quite big.
Okay.
Yes. Now
with one tender.
Yes, with one tender. Yes, at this moment. Gan East, almost on jurisdiction so because of that we need to share because we have 50 hako to Buta. Proximity wise, we are closer. Because I'm more SEC. Say 2 feet, you be do what? Yes, so we look at the proximity.
Okay.
Yes. And call what do you call it, Bojasia, acquiring the Yamia idea, acquiring yes, within a second. That's a sweet will be few other do nay do that. So we are looking at proximity. Yes. All these things comes into the jurisdiction.
Okay.
Yes, because it's for the municipal, you can't move. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I do a some do baby, I'm moving down Jamus Yensu. Then a bassa. Yes, soon.
Bibia, I'm saying, a pass interview because to do na nipa nim se na ye humanity.
Okay.
Almost in soon.
If from Kantamanto, we come see soon.
Osha. Insuo ya eke, otua ho ka betua ho ka. Ye nyina ye tua ho ka. Ye nyim fi market yo. Ye tua ho ka. It is a street light. Ofa o bela, obia tua street lights. Ofa water bela, obia tua for emergency water. What must say? Obia tua ho ka. What must say? Fine. And then bema say mintofu anya mesika na tofu ogu aban emasika ya tofu ogu kan no because since you na mintua ho ka nti edem botai nti a meja ka na esi wa nsuo ni ojo a pass what ma say the challenge is say nsuo no is it available?
Okay.
Sometimes the water is not available.
Then how to car for it?
And now sometimes to maybe sometimes to the quantity of water material say me gallons in here
500 gallons.
500 gallons. The quantity of water. How long can it last me? Ebesan. What must say? Fine, my ba 500 gallons. Me ba fire scene. The nature of fire. Ebe chire send me use nsuo pressure me ma. What must say? 500 gallons if I say my back me ojasi baby na mapa ho. Maximum na say mama bibi ti say 6 bars. 6 bars. That's the pressure. Yes, 6 bars here. That is the pressure capacity of the pump.
Okay.
A bit me akwa beyond 6. What must say? Yes. Now mama 6 bars. That means no kura no 6 bars no. Pressure the mune bow I want here do better baby. What must say? That's ojana no ayed no. That's 6 bars. This capacity I won't pay. Maximum match within 5 to 10 minutes asa.
Yes,
Asa.
Wow.
What must say?
90 and 500 gallons.
Yes. Enti fane say ojato baby ye didi ojato. Obi e piaba. Me medu ho. My bomb is 6 bars. What in chair once I feel now what is so gentle who be drew it took you like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to get there. Who drew within 1 minute yes you answer. Who see am fin su amba.
Okay.
You see them until who see am fin su amba. The capacity I'm holding is not enough. But do one experience say knowing the capacity me do send me for additional pump. Now hand more here the nearest closest fire station here Bujumbura, which is quite a stone throw from us. Cars we feed sometimes maybe they say and normal they say. So maybe they say and normal they say that means the nearest closest I'll get is Wager. So no so I say and maybe a kwanya and dansuma. These are the closest fire stations. Inti Wager, Anya, Dansuma, Bujumbura, Swedru, and Winneba. So look at the distance. Inti Fanny say, Bujumbura Neo, Nasa Mapa, Nasa means you, no who's in Sui, and soon. Mean to me feel, Inti the man say, may manage Ojam, so that you know, so that Ojana so end spreading co. Engineer baby, Jinana, what must say? Na me frɛ additional pump. So Bujumbura knew her me frɛ Wager. It will take time for him to come. Banka ni what we would have kept all these things is if we have effective hydrants all over. because and can you every 100 meters away there as I say hydrant wall into my blue hole mona the pump thank you hydrant na ko say pipe since you and no Ghana water for ne into wo nam kwan wa do so mo ayesi for e wo form say into hono na ye kubu ye nsu okay ho de nsu no bada jise Ghana water tun and no problem bi na ombetum otuma say yen kwa na betumi ye wo kia yetumi bu okay enti wo de kwhye ho a so ja no esi su 24 hours na se nsuo no ba 24 hours unhia se tender mienu anamiensa beba because nsuo no si so eno ane se unhia men on the ground what you say
it is a modu baby a ejana to na mo target baby a mo de so anu ansa ana se e se free han ko aba ne dia ma pie wa han te ho na ese be sha
thank you normally we do fire sale first thing I will hear say you are doing assessment
okay
because nipa ho adwuma na we assessment na we na dia madua if you win nation I'm looking for in doing assessment na say betumi ho hina fie hina na muti ha okay nipa hin na ti ha obi wo fie ni mana ebia obi atrape wo room 2 room 3 ojane dare eden na ye nipa no nkwa ehia sen property into the focus is to rescue the trapped person first enti enye no an say ye din su koku enti we are looking for okay nipa hin na ti a yes o we na ti a obi hye den no yes o akola bi da den no room 3 say so our focus na enye jana ye bedum our focus ni say ye kwa koyi nipa first ye yi nipa na wi a now you fight the fire okay sometimes it is done simultaneously because ojane air prevent you from assessing the person so sometimes you would have to do firefighting whilst you are going to do rescue at the same time but just that you have to be cautious the pressure you'll be using because one pressure you use what ko bo bibi na ebu na koka nipa na nka wo kwa koyi na woku nipa okay na ejuma no wanye kwankeye what am I say so you have to be extra cautious so I say unhuye mawe nyina e den na eshi electricity power was system no mana because odi nso kogun water is a good conductor of electricity nso ka electricity a good e ejuma fine nso mo na generate electricity nti odi nso ko kan wa that means why electrocute the whole system enti so bi wo mu a wakum wan ka sa wo ba be fight fire and adum jano so you have put yourself into risk because won crofo na odi omo ba yes enti say electricity wo ho a wodum electricity and our free ECG say ebia ye dum no but still ana cut the whole system because power be wa for instance industrial area you can't just go and shut the meter okay. Because they be having a whole transformer on their own and all those things what myself so that means ECG would have to shut the system right from their office there or wherever it is or would have to come down disconnect it from the transformer and when it happens like that it delays your work also because you need to wait for them to do the needful okay because all these you will get electrocuted you are there to save life you have to be safe to be able to save lives okay and you know all these things play in you have to do your survey well before you push your men inside before you know then you'll be focused you better target it and just say what you should go because fan say okay obi enim ojana shi a 3 bedroom I started ojana 2 bedroom shi aka 3 bedroom ayen shi aka 2 bedroom ayen shi you don't just go pour the water. Then now what you have to do is safeguard what has not got burnt okay so you may counter the fire based on the direction of the wind what has not burnt if you have to build a shield to protect what has not burned with the water you build a shield then gradually you fight and push it back.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Society, I think that you man yati because na mbedu na afi na ombedu akromo ne nam ho na omo anya eduma na omo meja no kra nti ya de subo ne bom bate mo wo niam bi ese mo hye.
Yes.
Any dem say it's not say a fast service no mo eduma na kwa say ECG die wo na mo die wo obi a die wo to do fast
for the crowd.
Okay.
Because sometimes we do on crowd na charge in such a way say untumi nya eduma obi person je ade na office say onu betumi na eduma na enya abeti enya abeti o yes o abeti ye betumi the host na ma wo beti are because ye nchira wo say na wo be so it is not your work and you have to apply. Now fighting is science. Okay. Nti ebi o ho a enye nsuo nkwa na wo de begusu e the chemicals be from ansa na etumi edum enti wo di nsuo kwa kogusu a oja nkra be kese mo. Okay. Nti wonni mu we nyina office wo nsuo keke ne edi gusu there be sometimes so no ebia ade na e there is life to save e say ye di nsuo no gusu ebia bibi nti ECG for be delay kakra we will risk it and fight the fire even with power in the system. But we know how to do it. Because in Paboy, some of the shoes have been insulated from shocks. Go from night power woman ukrano. But the crowd thinks that let's go in. You don't know that the water there is electrocuted. You are do ojano on mukrano. Mama. And udum jana na afi obi abeti ato e wo hono ma now the focus
be ye nipa na wati ato.
Thank you nipa e o si efieshi nya hin which one is a priority. Life is more important until we say the focus now shift. That is a challenge.
Okay. It's there's a challenge your boss but quickly you share one or two challenges as fast service.
Yes.
Na mo face na fi ye find
yes. First one we have to do has to do with logistics and there we are appealing to government say will be retooled. The president has promised that will be retooled and we are anxiously say transit to come. Okay. Yes, and they say baby juma sometimes na call you for emergency na otumo say adie adwene wo ho this is simple thing anka yebetimi ayi rescue obi not because say ye ni akade anything na fe de ye ho akire one can say wakuma mu you feel that you are not being used to the fullest enya with them. Yes, apart from Acadia also Acadia na kwa in terms of vehicles. Okay. Yes. Yenya uhwe safety adwuma iso a yenya utility vehicles do na man for free say fire tender no kwa na yenya there be yenya bibi to say pickups and all those things eboa because me kwa education how do I go that far to mean to be fire tender no enko how do I reach the people at their various homes me what pick up and put 2 me the gramophone to so how much you be ni fie na pick up ni nam tokro announcement pia mundum ni say e dey akosi market say anaju and e bia accident esi say ye yi ni perfume enye oja na ye kwakodum oja nton accident na esi ni pa chape say ye koyi omo me wo pick up and one say dey tools na gum ye move can e do accident sin e twitwa yi nkofo fire attendant oja beto baby eno so be call but right now we are using the tender for the same purpose. Accident is equal the tender na call. Ojana si na nke oja udi tender no mo kwakodum. Accident, but that place probably you don't need a tender there. You just need a rescue van to rescue because ambulance beba which church where you nipa. What must say? Then you give out. Yes, sometimes accidents to be siama oja to me to. That one you need the tender. And also here. It is such things in here and Kasoa in particular, like I say, marketing here post. Okay. Because all the officers call. At least there's some baby on met now they can be walking after and park of them. a team we be come we be ba opese odidi an officer in uniform ogina yin na wadidi ebia na yema aka no office wo wa odim say me office ni meko wo show meko see what am I saying but you need time me we don't have that space into okwa so odidi a just oba back to office and then yem kana feel eba that is a challenge obedu an maybe ana afi moran wo for what am I saying yes okay and when we get utility vehicle the fire engine self comes then the men are there mejuma no ni kapo ye juma crowd akumum enije and the public should also understand that say your boss irene na fire tender neba omuma because somebody's life is at stake, will be property is at stake. Yes. And no more. Yes.
Really a quick one. We about NCCE. A year more education. NCCE. Do they come in?
Yes. Yes. It is within the law mandates them to do all necessary education when it comes to those things. So sometimes we fall on them. Yes. But on say, age it's not just announcing. It's more of a technical issue. Internet, if you are not really technically inclined to do the education yourself, you may not get because questions were by and all those things. So sometimes we have to liaise with them. But they too, they have challenges in terms of even facilities to do the education. We hope that we'll have it ourselves. Yes, then that one we are not done by time. Because if the other call that said they should help you do this, maybe there's a program they have to go. That's a while of facilities now at any given time, especially the domestic ones. If you how do we get them? Obi sorry if you are matching. Obi so enumerate and send obi to me yan. Nti enumerate your team and up to they will go around be doing the education. Even while people are preparing to go to work, there is this education going on. Your position you back home. You talk. You move it enumerate. It says 6:30, 7 o'clock. Whether now cool or fear, you position ourselves. We do education. Then it's getting to people. Marketing also sir. Yes.
Mark fire fighting and kaya bumoda. Sibia munsu mo for ensure mama. Akaya bumoda na ya bumoda na say ya yemo bibia ya kaka Davida.
Meka say me hu be pen.
Okay.
But let me narrow it to Kasoa. Kasoa had more de meka say with experience it me nka so mo boy and there but nanka the room to allow us to work no almost fit maybe omo doing some person mo boa so that it will go fast but sometimes in doing that it delays the work rather na omofi say they can do it better than us. Gidi na fi the omo person they want to rush and take the thing and idea they want to block the place some person will mo we don't know be found where we are nyama and all those things it happens but I would say for Kasoa with our education team I think the community they are quite acceptable to us because Ningina be feel the way we relate to them and the Juma so they are getting to understand our work and our challenges. So I think they are doing their best. Yes.
All right, let me see. I see. Ye deal to myself kwame avadu municipal fire commander aside to say na East constituency and then they na atwetwe nkomo afa just kwan fa so ba kwan betimi asi am na dempo na ewura baabi a enka no nya ewura baabi a nko hoda ene ama ben na ese utimi hwa in case se bi eja beto baabi a betimi ayede afa uti edidi mu o ma ya nyantia so se do baabi a ese no mo ba mu nkita nsuo o ma mfa nsuo ama na ebuafu ne efromo mantem ne enye o mo ko adwuma no so mo se da to baabi anya fa service fo nko adwuma mo sa so mo ba but enya ma bi wo ho a so omoye de omode totofu akwan mu ansana ejam omotimi ayeden aso anu ena baabi so won ma ya na omo hye se omo betimi asi niam bia no kwan se na eja ne ntere ansana edum jam nti ya na edu baabi ayento omase na eduma no practical ɛnyɛ sɛ ne yɛdi n'akyire yi hu no saa ɛna teɛ nti ɛbɛda commander ase commander yɛda ase paa nyame nhyira paa nti ebusia ɛnɛ special report Lucky TV ahanom sɛ na yɛde si midi ɛne nana ama asuako ama papa bi me camera ɛyɛ ama Steven yɛda ase. Yeni due to myself, me Avadu, a municipal fire commander. I said, go to Sydney East constituency, and then they know how to jump more fire. It's a share, and why a fossil by a business here, and a dempo, and a rubber beer, and Canunia rubber beer on board, and Yabama Bain, they said, put me shine in case, say be a debit to be a bit in I found with tea Eddie. O my auntie as say do baby I say no ba mo kita nsuo o ma fo nsuo amane ebuafu ne efro mo mantem ne enye o mo kwa adwuma no so mo se dia to baby enye fa service for go adwuma mo sa so mo ba but enema bi bo ho a eye so o mo ye de mo de toto apan mu ansana eja no mo timi aide aso anu ena baby so o ma ya na o mo hye se o mo betimi asi niam bi a mo kwan se ne eja ne ntere ansana ya du janti ya na du baby aye nto mo ase na eduma no practical enye se na edi na ekyire ihu no saa enetie nti ebe na commander ase commander ye da ase